Hello and good evening. Here is the news at 6. First, the highlights. Lagos State government restates commitment to revolutionizing waste management process. Federal government secures over 5 billion naira investment to train health workers yearly. On the foreign scene, Vatican diplomatic representative to South Sudan urges rival leaders to end the country's war in honor of Pope Francis. And in sports, Lagos State is set to make history as first African city to host E1 World Championship boat racing tournament. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. Lagos State government has reiterated its commitment to revolutionize the state waste management process from linear collect and dump system to a sustainable circular economy. Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, made this known at the 2025 ministerial press briefing, saying providing workable, practical solutions to the management of generated wastes will ensure that a drastically reduced quantum gets to the landfill sites. Wahab explained that the state government also signed an MOU with a Dutch firm for the construction of a high-efficiency 60 to 80 megawatts waste-to-energy plant at Ekpe landfill, which will utilize advanced technology to generate clean energy from municipal solid waste, commercial and industrial waste, translating to the consumption of about 2,500 tons daily of municipal solid waste. He said the state generates over 13,000 metric tons of solid waste daily, and the government initiated the signing of several memorandum of understanding (MOU) that would not only develop waste-to-resource opportunities, but improve the collection and recycling of solid and liquid waste, as well as the establishment of a smelting plant for the conversion of electronic waste, which will transform Lagos as a leader in electronic waste recycling. Wahab stated that the government had also consolidated an enforcement campaign through collaboration with sister paramilitary agencies in line with the provision of the 2017 Lagos State Environmental Protection and Management Law to effect the arrest of almost 700 persons for highway crossing which endangers their lives. He averred that the ministry has also inaugurated the anti-open defecation squad at Lagos-Ibadan Expressway Ojoduberja axis to ensure that environmental nuisances such as indiscriminate waste disposal, open urination and defecation on road medians and pedestrian walkways is eradicated in the axis, while cleanup exercises were carried out at Ikeja Koleso Bridge, Oshorioke Bridge and Iyanoba Interchange Bridge. The Lagos State Traffic Management Authority LASMA has admonished all motorists, particularly truck operators, to exhibit heightened vigilance and circumspection, especially with the onset of the rainy season. LASMA's General Manager Olalekan Bakarioki made the call while reacting to a traffic incident along Agege Old Abeokuta Road involving a fully laden truck and two painted commercial Volkswagen buses. Bakarioki underscored the imperative of strict compliance with extant road safety protocols and enjoined drivers to adhere to the newly installed speed limiting devices, a measure strategically deployed to mitigate accident and promote collective road safety. LASMA Director, Public Affairs and Enlightenment Department, Adebayo Taufik, in a statement said preliminary report states that the driver, who suffered grievous fractures to both hands, lost control of the vehicle while navigating the Penn Cinema Bridge, adding that the truck plunged from the bridge, landing upon the two commercial buses stationed beneath. The National Orientation Agency, NOA, Lagos State Directorate, has reiterated the commitment of the federal government to towards ensuring transparency and accountability in the student loan scheme disbursements. Director NOA Lagos Directorate Mustafa Tukur made the commitment when he appeared on a radio program in Lagos. Tukur's statement followed a revelation by the Director General of NOA, Lanre Issa Onilu, that some tertiary institutions and banks were conspiring to defraud the beneficiaries of Nel Fund loan. Issa Onilu had said several institutions were found to have received loan disbursements into their accounts without informing the affected students, and in some cases still compelled them to pay tuition fees, leading to double payments. Tukur emphasized the agency's support for the DG's position and warned that such unethical acts will not be tolerated. He assured Nigerians that the government is working seriously to fish out, apprehend, and prosecute all offenders found to be involved in these fraudulent activities. Tukur also used the opportunity to reaffirm NOA's determination to ensure that students benefit fully from government interventions and called on the public to report any misconduct noticed in the implementation of the scheme for prompt action. And now to the rest of the stories. The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Mohamed Pate, says the country has secured 5.5 billion naira in private sector capital. Pate, who announced this on his X handle, said the investment was achieved under the leadership of President Bola Tinubu. He also said the country signed a partnership with Empower School of Health, Geneva, that will see to the establishment of Africa's foremost pharmaceutical manufacturing training institute, Empower Academy Nigeria, which will train 200 Nigerian professionals annually. Pate noted that the academy has the mandate and capacity to train and upskill up to 2,000 Nigerian professionals annually. He further said the academy, supported by cutting-edge equipment and world-class facilities, will offer certification courses in partnership with the Africa CDC, the World Health Organization, the United Nations Institute for Training and Research, and the International Federation of Pharmacists, among others. No fewer than 2 children have lost their lives in a measles outbreak in the Unguwa Kanawa community of Tankarao Dutsin Aba in Zaria local government area of Kaduna State. The village head Nasiru Yunusa, who made this known, attributed the deaths to the community's initial reluctance towards vaccination, stating that 2/3 of the people did not vaccinate their children due to misconceptions. Meanwhile, the Kaduna State Primary Healthcare Board has stepped up efforts to combat vaccine refusal and reduce maternal and child mortality. The Director of Disease Control and Immunization at the board confirmed that surveillance had been intensified with outreach teams visiting households in the affected communities. And now to foreign news. Vatican's diplomatic representative, South Sudan Archbishop Seamus Horgan, has called on the nation's rival leaders to honor Pope Francis' legacy by ending the country's conflict. The Pope, who died aged 88 on Easter Monday, had urged the two sides of South Sudan's conflict to forge a permanent peace during a historic trip to the East African nation in 2023. Recent violence has threatened to end the fragile peace agreement struck in 2018 between the civil war's two factions. The head of the UN mission in South Sudan, Nicholas Haysom, recently warned that the country was on the brink of a return to full-scale civil war. Tensions rose at the start of March when a militia group allied to Vice President Riek Machar during South Sudan's civil war clashed with the army. Now sport, in a groundbreaking move, solidifying its position as the hub of innovation and a key player on the global stage, Lagos State has announced its selection as the first African city to host a race in the prestigious UIM E1 World Championship. The race is organized by PIF E1 Series and will witness a high-profile electric boat racing event scheduled to electrify the city's waterways on October 4 and 5. Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Binga Omotosho, says the landmark opportunity underscores the Lagos State's rising global prominence and its unwavering commitment to pioneering sustainable initiatives and technological advancement. Omotosho said its strategic coastal location along the Atlantic Ocean offers an ideal natural arena for the electric racing series, spotlighting Africa's increasingly vital role in shaping the future of clean technologies. He added that Lagos State government is working closely with the E1 organization to ensure seamless execution of this historic event. And that's all for the news at 6. Ensure you make use of your seatbelt while driving. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. On X, Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration empowered 600 women with ingenious business ideas to the tune of 4 billion naira through the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, LSETFW initiative to empower Lagosians? You can get more details on the Lagos State government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State government reiterated its commitment to revolutionize the state's waste management process from a linear collect and drop system to a sustainable circular economy. A coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Mohammed Pate, said the country has secured 5.5 billion naira in private sector capital. We also told you that Vatican's diplomatic representative, South Sudan, Archbishop Seamus Horgan, has called on the nation's rival leaders to honor Pope Francis's legacy by ending the country's conflict. And in sports, in a groundbreaking move solidifying its position as a hub of innovation and a key player on the global stage, Lagos has announced its selection as the first African city to host a race in the prestigious UIM E1 World Championship. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adeswa Ejoka. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good evening.